So what if I'm a Gundam baby? I could still enjoy this stuff. I know what I'm doing. You are watching MAVFEATS episode 34, also known as the finale. I have made a video for every anime this season, summer season 2019, and this is episode 34. So this episode can't be too flashy because I'm in a rush right now, and I'll get into that more later. I just watched SD Gundam World Sangoku Souketsuden. And you know, I didn't think I'd say it, I didn't think it would happen, but you know what? This show was fucking good. And I fucking loved it. And you know, it's 3D, the graphics, they're all in 3D CGI. And you know, it's not bad. It looks good. It's really good, actually. And I think the show is also really nice. I think this is a kid's show. There was a character death in this episode, the first episode. So let's talk about this shit. So SD Gundam World Sangoku Souketsuden is a show that has 15-minute episodes, and I think one episode comes out once every 4 weeks. And one thing that I thought was really interesting and pretty cool is that they just upload all of the episodes to their YouTube channel. And so I can link in the description the episode that I watched, which is pretty fucking sick. You know, thank God. You know, one of the biggest points of this series was because I wanted to actually show people the anime that I'm reviewing, and I want to show them every anime because I think that's a big part is just seeing the anime. Whenever you don't know where to find it, you're just like, what the fuck, son? But it's hey man, it's on YouTube, it's exactly where you need it to be, and it's fucking perfect. There's no bullshit, there's no TV, you don't have to torrent, you don't have to pirate, you don't have to fucking watch it on a streaming, so you can watch it on YouTube. It's easy peasy. That's how I like it. That's why I made this series, to make shit easy, because I wanted people to do this for me. Nobody fucking did it, and so here I am to do it myself. Son, I'm just trying to see what's good. That's all, man. I just want to see what every show looks like. I want to know if I like it or if I want to continue it. And I feel like there was always a time where it's just you know, nobody's talking about the show. I don't know. I want to know if it's good, but you know, can't do that because nobody's talking about it because everybody's a bitch. Or somebody will talk about it, but they won't actually put visuals on the screen, so I don't actually know what the show looks like. If I don't know what it looks like, I'm watching anime because I want to look at shit that looks good. If it looks bad, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? So let's talk about what the show is about. Okay, so in this world, there are these SD Gundams, which I think are just you know, smaller Gundam things that are basically the toys that they sell, you know, that Studio Sunrise, or actually Bandai Namco, sells. So this world, there's just been tons of war and shit, you know, that's destroyed all the countries, and right around when shit is starting to go good, when everyone's making peace, a huge epidemic of a virus basically goes over the entire world and fucks everyone up, and it turns everybody into zombies and shit. The epidemic is called the mysterious yellow zombie virus, and it basically people who get affected by it, they turn into zombies. You know, they lose control of themselves and they start attacking people. And so this virus has become so widespread. There are everybody who, you know, is still not a zombie has basically just hidden away and built walls to protect. Even though these guys, there's tons of them, and they constantly get more people and break down the fucking walls, man. They somehow, they're stronger than Titans, I guess. I don't want to say that I came into the show wanting to hate it, but let's say, well, it's more I came into the show not expecting much, you know? And you know, this shit, it was pretty good. It was enjoyable. I think the fucking music's great. There's the OST that's pretty nice. The OP, which is this really fucking chill song. It's you know, I mean, it's a hype song. I think it's really fun, you know? I love it. It's just, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just another fucking, it feels like I've gone back to childhood, you know? It really feels like a hype show opening. One thing that I didn't really understand is that for some reason all of these characters have Chinese names. I'm pretty sure this is a Japanese thing, right? Why do all the characters have Chinese names? I mean, I guess they all have like Chinese like imagery and symbolism on them, like all the dragons and stuff. So maybe this is just like, you know, it's just based on maybe these characters are just born in China. Also, I meant to mention that people who are infected by the virus are just called bugs because, you know, I mean, I guess it's just easy to say, yo, the bugs are here, fucking run. Anyway, what happens is that at the beginning of the show, we basically see our 4 main characters who are just chilling, and you know, one of the guys sees through his telescope that there's a horde of bugs coming, and they're chasing 2 guys who are on motorcycles. And so, you know, they ring the alarm and alert everybody in the town like, oh, go inside, you know, shit, man, while they go out to go and intercept them. And then we basically see, or we go to the perspectives of the guys who are being chased by all the bugs, and they are like, fuck man, they're catching up, what do we do? Because they're just fucking fast. I guess they have motorcycles too and shit, because these guys are just outrunning them or outracing them. And so, you know, they're getting attacked and getting fucked up, and they decide, well, shit man, even though we're outnumbered, we're just gonna have to turn and fight because we're gonna die if we keep trying to run because they're just faster than us. And so this is where you start to see like the pluses of having the characters be like 3D figures and be you know, models, you know, rather than being drawn and animated. Because while the CGI may look grossly off-putting at first, you realize that it's actually even better than anime because the video is just so smooth. It's just smooth as fuck. Like, characters move so smoothly, it looks good, they can do way more. That's like the main appeal, at least from how I understand it. The main appeal of 3D anime is that they can do whatever they want. You don't even have to worry about it. And, you know, I mean, you can have it be made way easier, way faster. And you know what? I literally got used to the 3D by like halfway through. It wasn't even a problem. It's basically, it just kind of seems like a different art style. You know, it's just like a different anime art style. It's kind of like Kamen Rider and how like those are just like anime but like in real life. That's basically what this is, except there are cooler explosions and shit, you know, and more like crazy fucking attacks. You can kind of think of it as like one big giant budget cut so that you don't have to sit through 10,000 smaller budget cuts. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about them being too lazy to animate something, or like having to worry about it just being a still frame panel of just like a bunch of stills. You don't have to worry about any of that because now it's way easier for them to move and for them to interact with things. Look man, I'm still like an anime guy to my core, and of course I still prefer 2D, but shows like this really do beg the question on whether or not on what makes anime great. And like, is it the creativity of the medium? Is it just like, maybe it's the story? Is it the fact that you can literally portray anything through animation and just through that you can't do in real life? Is that what makes anime great? Is it something else? Because this show really does have style, but I really don't know if I'd prefer it over 2D. Just because 2D feels like more, even though this show feels more produced than a lot of 2D anime that I watch. I still think that I'd prefer 2D. I don't know. I guess this is like a specific kind of like 3D CG anime where obviously the characters are robotic-ish, and it would be really hard to draw robots and draw mechs like this, but like with models it's way easier, way easier. And that, like, I guess if you were drawing a human being, it would, or if you were making a human being in 3D and CG, they would really have to look realistic, which is really not the goal of anime. So maybe this is the only kind of thing that really works if it's like a mecha anime. I don't know. I'm ready to look forward to the future. What I really want to know is that, will anime in the future look like this, or will it, and like, will maybe manga will be what you'll have to go for if you want extremely detailed art and you want like a story that's like more to it, you know, more in depth. That's basically the case now, honestly. Anime is just too expensive to create, and it always has been. Just animating things in general is just a very hard thing to do. Yeah man, it really gets me thinking about, you know, about the fucking industry and shit like that. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And so they're fighting in the show, and you know, they're doing all these cool fucking attacks, like, oh, like big fist and, you know, ice fist, shit like that. And halfway through, one of the characters, Zhao Yun, gets fucking wrecked, and he gets like knocked over and dived by a bunch of zombies into a cavern, or into like a fucking ravine, I guess you'd say, and he falls in and he is supposedly dead. No, nothing is said for anything the rest of this episode. Everyone just thinks he's dead. I don't think he's dead, because you should never even believe that somebody's dead if you haven't seen the body, unless it's real life, I guess. So Zhao Yun gets fucking gibbed, and you see this huge fucking explosion as Zhao Yun falls and activates some attack. But you know, that's the last you see of him. And then so basically they finish off the monsters and everybody's chill, you know. Really sad that their fucking friend is dead, but everybody's like, well, you know, we gotta go home. And they go and they tell their mechanic guy that Zhao Yun is dead, man. And he's just like, I see. And he's like, says he's gonna fix the two guys who are being followed. And then we talk to the two guys a little bit, and you know, basically our dude, so Liu Bei, Unicorn Gundam, is, after he sees him die, he goes into like a super awakened mode. It's pretty cool, and that's how he actually ended up defeating the boss. I forgot that part. But after all of that, and they're back home, Unicorn decides that he is going to save the world, and he decides that he's gonna do it with the two guys who were, you know, running from those zombies, and that they are going to save the world because they were, you know, obviously going somewhere to find a guy who is, quote, apparently the key to saving the world. And his name is Zhuge Liang. And dude, I don't know how to fucking pronounce Chinese words, only Japanese. Don't do this to me. So this episode ends with these three characters deciding and resolving to go and save the world, and that they're going to do it, and they're going to find Zhuge Liang, and they will save everybody, because at the rate that it's going now, the world is, you know, not looking so hot. And so that's how the show ends. You know, I mean, not all that much happened. It is a pretty short episode, only 15 minutes per episode, don't forget. Pretty good, and I had fun, you know. It even took less time than a normal episode would. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about SD Gundam World Sangoku Souketsuden. I bit my tongue saying that. Fuck. Oh, but you know what? Last thing. It's funny that all the characters have fucking hair through their robots. Son, what the fuck, bro? Why? Really? Why? Why? Okay, that's all. So I just want to give you guys an update for everything that's been going on. Today is July 30th, 2019. And I am completely done with MAVFEATS. There is an episode of a show that is coming out tomorrow, but I am going on a bus today, and I am fucking late, okay? Because I have to pack all my shit and do everything that I have to do, that I've been just kind of focusing on these videos before doing anything else and packing and shit. And so it is currently 8:30 a.m. and I have a bus to take to go back to a different state, go back to Georgia on, you know, that's happening at 5 p.m. And so I have to, you know, pack and get everything ready and also be at that bus by then. So by the time you're listening to this, I am in a completely different fucking state. So I'm not gonna have any more videos. And so I have pre-recorded all of these videos for a couple days ahead. You know, this video I think is gonna come out on the 7th or maybe the 6th. And the show that is coming out tomorrow is called Try Nights. And I don't know why, but its first episode is on the 31st. You know, rip, maybe I'll do like a spin-off series of MAVFEATS to like cover things like OVAs and shit, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how that goes and if there's even enough stuff to cover, but I don't really give that much of a fuck about whatever the hell Try Nights is unless it's good. So you guys will hear from me soon, but this is the last episode you may see for a bit until I'm back in New York and ready to make more videos for you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed MAVFEATS and the daily uploads, because it has been pretty fun to do, and it feels fucking good to know that there's a video coming out every day. Makes my dick fucking rock hard. I cry happy tears every day. But other than that, you know, I mean, this shit is hell and hard work. Give me money. Anyway, guys, that is all I've got to say. Thank you for watching MAVFEATS. I appreciate it so much. Take care of yourselves, guys. Thank you for watching MAVFEATS. I'll see you next time. MAVFEATS forever. Like, comment, and subscribe, bitch.